All right, well, number 3 is basically overall color accuracy, which color decoding certainly is a component of. Then I suppose the next most important thing would probably be color gamut and the luminance of the various colors. And then thirdly, grayscale tracking. Of those 3, there is the luminance of the color, it turns out, is actually more important than actually having the color exactly correct. And then tracking that color properly. Luminance, particularly when it goes down in the primary color, will make that color look absolutely wrong. No matter, it could measure perfectly to a Rec. 709 spec, but if the luminance is significantly down, it will look wrong, totally wrong.
Look washed out.
It will affect skin tone, yes, it will wash color out. So we don't have the data ready. The only thing I can think of showing you in terms of showing you primary and secondaries is we can go to a generator and run through the 6 different colors and put them up on the screen.
Can you do it at different stimuli levels?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Let's do that.
All right, let's go. Hey, Ed?
Yes, sir.
You on raster on the generator?
Yep.
Okay, if you look in the lower right, you still have the menu up? Where
Yes, I do.
Okay.
5% red. Right
There you go. All right, good. Go to 10. 5's a wee bit lower. There you go. So now you can take any color you want. You can go up and down. I'm seeing it. Oh boy, that LG. I'm still seeing the color decoding pattern on it. Yeah.
Say image retention?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure it's not permanent, but it's kind of crazy.
Significant.
Considering it's got 500 hours on it. Take a look at the difference of. You can see this by eye. I think. Again, be careful when you're off axis, but there are some luminance differences in this color around the room.
Oversaturated compared to the 141.
We can't really definitively tell you. I can tell you which one I think is right. This one and that one. We don't have the data on it because that would take just too much time for us to do. This one is close to correct. So is the Cura.
No, we get tired.
What percentage are you at, Ed?
55. 60.
Go up to 75, and that's where we measure
75.
on the data that you're seeing. Really? Okay. Yeah, you got to be dead on this thing. Yeah. Off at all, it's not showing up correctly enough. Absolutely. Yeah.
90%. That's
100.
almost full power. Wow. So that's pretty much as bright as the TVs can produce as this.
Well, keep in mind with the plasmas, it's a little different because of their automatic backlight limiter on it. So full screen is not going to be 100% the stimuli levels. You need to use window patterns to do that.
Absolutely. It's going to be very low luminance compared to what it would show on a window.
So can you switch to a
Actually, you want to switch it over to window? Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, big
Okay, that's really
What percentage are you at it? 15? 50?
50. 60. 75. 85.
Yeah, what's up?
95.
in the color box.
It's 2 boxes.
Right. Something I'm not sensitive with.
There is something?
Apparently.
20.
Okay.
30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100.
Okay.
cyan?
Cyan at 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70, 80, 90, and 100.
Why does that matter?
We'll take a look at it. Go up to like
Say that
20.
again, Dwayne?
Why does
Yeah.
that matter?
No,
20.
Go back to cyan for a second, Ed.
Cyan.
Yeah, up to 90.
Well, why does it matter? It's a great question. Picture, and you know what? Let's bring up that movie. Pop that in the whatever thing we've got in the movie.
We queued up.
Look at
3 or
the
4
difference
Blu-ray
between.
ones.
We did discover one issue on the Elite. It's not tracking quite perfectly on cyan. The luminance is off at lower levels, and this is very subtle. And we just happen to catch it on a particular movie that's very stylized, and it's got different luminance levels of cyan or teal, whatever color you want to call it, where we could see a big difference between it and the one next to it. That's why it matters, because you pick this up and you see it, and it's just not correct. It's not what it should be showing us. Unless you have something to add to that.
No, that's absolutely correct. Basically, Hollywood has a specific style right now with their actual movies, which is a teal look to the actual image itself. It puts a teal cast over everything, and we just popped in Transformers 3, which Michael Bay loves it. So you'll see it in the sky. Definitely see it in the sky, but with the Elite, it doesn't do the teal. It actually turns it blue.
If I may suggest, that's mostly Michael that does that. It's not Michael Bay.
No. It's just Hollywood right now. That's what they're doing.
I see that with the
Lord of the
It's
Rings.
in X-Men.
Yeah.
It's in Transformers 3. It's in.
It's in a lot. It's in a lot.
It's
So a lot of
basically
CGI
yeah.
special effects.
Right, that's where
Well,
you
even,
really see it.
even the King's Speech is all cyan.
Yeah, it's just a
That's
style,
no CGI,
color
it's
style.
all
It's art.
And then
So
there's
that's
cyan
actually
in
what
Lord of the
they're
Rings, the Fellowship.
Yeah.
They
You
did
think that's
that
a
in
teal? A lot of teal
yeah,
in that one?
Yeah.
They changed the color.
Oh yeah,
But
there was a major thing on home theater
Yeah.
film about that movie.
Yeah.
But with Transformers, what we're going to see is the background, the sky, it's just completely wrong, basically. The sky will look blue instead of looking teal. And the reason for that is the XY plots for this Elite in between 0 and about 70% stimuli are, the plot is in between where it should be on cyan and actually the blue color point. So it's pushing towards blue when it should not.
It's a beautiful blue, by the way.
It is.
It's a beautiful
I mean,
blue.
it was noticeable. It was noticeable in the Tron.
It's
Right, Tron is another one. Exactly.
Trying to what?
Tron is another one, but I mean, whether or not you like it, that's a subjective item.
Right.
It's what this is art. You know, respect
Yeah.
art. This is what the director wanted
Yeah.
you to see. If you don't want to see what the director, then don't get it calibrated. I mean, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
this Elite is not doing what it can. Well, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, I should say, when it comes to this particular color and any movie that has this style of color on it.
And we are talking about this particular color and not the full spectrum of blue.
The rest
We're
of
talking
the colors are really
right on. Right. We're talking about one part of the blue spectrum. So yeah, we're very picky
the
here. So
310,
you just gotta
gotcha.
understand that.
You're gonna have to fix that.
We're going to take this information to Sharp, and we're going to
Yeah.
get them working on it. And it's my hope that we have a firmware update that'll correct this issue.
This is fixable, and it is also minor. So I just want to kind of stress that. I mean, we're seeing it, we're picking up everything. And
You can see it
Robert
right
has a
now,
really
right
good
here.
point. We didn't catch this until like 10 o'clock
Even
last
right there in
night.
the
The
sky,
night
you saw that?
before,
we thought by far it was the best TV, and then we've been fighting over if it is it, in our opinion, is it top or not, because of this partial shades of blue that are a little off.
it just takes this one scene.
You can see it right
It's
here.
amazing. We were clearly unanimous.
It's the menu. You don't move it.
Unanimous.
So you look at the menu.
Yeah. But we're showing you it's the worst example of it right now. We're trying to amplify the issue by showing you the worst possible example of it. With a lot of content, you truly don't see it. And if you didn't have a shootout with other TVs next to it, you would
See it right
never
there.
know
Yeah.
That's
Right,
right.
yeah.
That's
You
a
would never
great
know
point.
it.
And not only that, if you didn't have this exact type of material, you're not going to notice it.
That's
either.
right. Doesn't show up on those movies.
You're not going to see it.
I mean, if you look at basically all of the plasmas and this LED and even the Sony, comparing it to everything else, the reference over there behind Robert, which one comes closer?
Again, Ricky, I know you're interested in the TV, but you're looking at a fairly extreme off-axis there. So
No, I can't see.
it's not fair to evaluate it that way.
Yeah, you can even see
This movie is a real teal
You're
favorite.
too far
movie.
off angle to make that comment.
It's not as bad as it looks when you look.
You're not seeing a bad picture. You're not seeing this best.
Right.
This is a nice movie.
All right. I think we're good on this. Everybody got that? Good with it? Okay. Then the last component of color accuracy would be grayscale tracking. And so that's going to show you basically black. Whoops! Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Now you got 10 steps. The other one was 15 at least.
15 or 20.
So black.
Yeah, it's about 20.
Okay, that's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, on the way down to 100, and vice versa over here.
So that's the amount of brightness or luminance at each level, up to from 10%, 20%, 30%, up to 100% of brightness.
And of course, we want a display to track gray as perfectly as possible at X313, Y329, or D65 from 5 or 10% all the way up to 100. That's ideal.
You can tell the differences if it's not tracking if you see color.
Color is the devil here. We don't want color. We want to see gray, white, and black. No color.
Like the one over here.
You see color.
but every
right?
time
You know
look
what,
at
though,
reference
guys?
points.
You're off angle. I just got up and went to the center and went, oh no, that looks just fine.
And that's basically showing a poor uniformity, though, isn't it?
About 3 years old.
It's an off-angle viewing problem
Okay.
here because that's
Yeah.
LED. Look at the plasma and it looks fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless I'm not remembering correctly, Dwayne, most of these displays are tracking gray very well. I mean, there's some minor.
There's some minor tracking problems. What I'm seeing here, I can't see the LEDs correctly, but like for the Panasonic and the Samsung, Panasonic has some issues in the higher gradations. Samsung somewhere near the mid-tones here, and, right here also. But in general, yeah, they're tracking better than they did last year.
They are indeed.
And Sony also doing a nice job. Elite's doing a very nice job. It goes minus
How's
red
my
to
TV?
100. How's your TV?
Reference, baby. Reference, baby.
There's no color
There's no color in there.
How much is that? Buying that TV.
That's right. There's no color in there. It's black and white.
Something for that one. Trick question.
Okay, so that's basically covers the overall color accuracy basis, I think.